Well, first of all, just to give you an idea of what started me on the sports journey, it was actually a movie that did it. Yeah, yeah. This got me into sports. Okay. And of course, it would be boxing. All right. I wanted to be a boxer. Okay. I actually had my boxing gloves. That was a constant Christmas gift. And I did get upgrades. Got the little junior version all the way up to Everlast, the real deal. I had a punching bag as a kid. Yeah. I mean, I wanted to be a boxer. So boxing will always have a special place in my heart. And even sometimes I think, man, you know what? Nah, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. So it started with boxing and then graduated over to basketball. I'm going to show you something, okay? This is a poster that used to hang on my wall. What is it a poster of? Well, I don't know if I can open this all the way. Could I open this all the way? Should I do this right now? I don't know. Should I do this right now? Here, I'll give you a partial. I used to hang this on my wall. Okay, you ready for this? Uh-oh. 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 Yeah. MVP, right? Of the finals. Uh-huh. Yeah. Take a look at that. Yeah, baby. Uh-huh. Yeah, this hung on my wall. James Worthy, big game James, man. This hung on my wall for a very, very long time when I was young. All right. And then, of course, you can't be a Laker fan without being a fan of these guys. Oh, wait a second. Who's that? Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then there was a certain football team that used to be here in Los Angeles. Started in Oakland, but then they came here to LA. Oh, yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. Yes. My very first Raider game was against the Denver Broncos. I was 12 years old, well, actually 13. And the only thing that I remember is a lot of beer being thrown all over the place because of the fights that were breaking out in the stands, man. Because, yeah, you already know. I don't need to explain. Here, I don't want to rip this. I have to be very careful. Man, I don't even think I've opened this up in a very long time. I have to be very careful with this. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, let me be careful. Hang on a second. Bear with me now because I don't want to ruin this. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Bo Jackson was on the team. Marcus Allen. Oh, my goodness. Howie Long. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so this used to hang on my wall along with that beautiful Laker poster that I showed you. I just want to give you an idea of how deeply rooted my sports at the time fanaticism was at, all right? That's pretty heavy. That's pretty heavy. Dodgers, Lakers, Raiders, and to this day, if you were to ask me what teams do you support, it would be those teams. Let me take you even further. So what is this? This is 2001, I think. Can you see the writing on this? I don't know if you can see it. This was when the Chargers were in San Diego. Of course, now they're in LA. But yeah, and there were so many Raiders fans. In fact, there were more Raiders fans than Charger fans because we used to beat the living. Anyway, moving on. And then this particular game didn't feature a team that I liked, but it's one of the games that I will never forget. It was this game right here. I don't know if you can see it. I think you can. San Diego Chargers versus Buffalo Bills. This was the game that I believe was won in overtime by Doug Flutie on a last-second touchdown drive. He actually scrambled and ran it in for a touchdown. Did you guys go to that game? This game was the best football game that I've ever been to, and it didn't even involve a team that I liked. Even though since it was San Diego Chargers, I was going for the Chargers versus the Buffalo Bills. Whatever. But and then there's this game here. Yes. And this was in 2001. You can see it. Of course, that's a big time college rivalry. And you're probably wondering, which side am I on? Sorry to disappoint you if you're a Trojan. But again, this was my previous me. Okay, let's keep it going. I also attended this. I showed this before in the Power 106 video that I did because it was thanks to Power 106 that I ended up going to this. Okay. And this is when the Raiders were in the Super Bowl 2002, and they unfortunately lost to the Buccaneers. How about this? Got a chance to see my favorite basketball player. Oh, yeah. It's no longer that. It's crypto.com arena now. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And I do have some photos of Kobe Bryant, by the way. So just to give you an idea, okay, I worked at Dodger Stadium for 2 years. And that's how I got this blanket. I don't even know if I'm holding it up the right way. I'm just gonna flip it around. Let's see. I don't even know if it's being held up the right way or not, but you get the drift. Is this even? Can you even see? Anyway, it's a Dodgers blanket. Yes, used to work at Dodger Stadium for 2 years. Prior to that, when I was working at Power 106, I actually got on the field, had an on-field pass. There it is. Boom. I'm just sharing with this, you know. So understand, I was a sports enthusiast. Okay. I would miss work in order to watch football games. Yeah, that was me. Anyway, around 2013, 2014, I was working tours and I gave a tour to a former official. Okay. I used to give walking tours of Hollywood. A former official who used to officiate the John McEnroe games back in the 80s. Okay. John McEnroe, famous tennis player. He was known for getting very angry, known for throwing his tennis racket. This was his reputation during the games. And so this official told me that he had to make certain calls in order to get reactions out of John McEnroe. It's a television broadcast. People are watching. You got to create some drama. And he shared with me some other things. And I said, well, if that happens in tennis, I'm pretty sure that happens in other sports, especially team sports, where certain outcomes are based on certain calls that are made in the game. Now, of course, some of you probably had your hunches about these things and you still continue to watch, even though you know that call was a bunch of BS. But then you continue to watch because it's a tradition, it's a part of your family. You continue to support these teams. And so anyway, let me get back to the story here. So after that, I said, wow, okay, this is just not cool. So then in 2017, I'm watching the Raiders play the Houston Texans. And we won that game, by the way. And I think it was week 6. And there was some calls that were made in that game that benefited my team. And I didn't feel good about it. If it wasn't for the tour that I gave to that official, then I might have had a different reaction. But because of the knowledge that I had up to that point, 2017, I was like, you know what? Even though I'm happy that my Raiders won, I don't feel good about the fact that it should have been a touchdown for the other team. And I just don't like the way we won that game. It didn't sit with me well. And it was my team. Well, not my team. I don't own it, but the team that I support. And then, okay, so there's that. Then there's the aggression of sports. The very reason why I got into sports in the first place is because it was a gravitation towards manhood, a gravitation towards aggression, testosterone, and those kinds of things. Started with boxing, contact sport, moved over to basketball, slightly not, but it's still there. Then over to football. Oh, yeah. And so now they're basically taking everything that's masculine and aggressive with those contact sports is being removed. Because basketball and football became my favorite. Baseball, maybe third or fourth. But basketball, football, top. So with football being number one at the time, aggressive sport. You're colliding. All right. You're going full speed into another body. They started changing the rules to the point to where, there's no point in even having defense. You might as well turn it into flag football. And I know some of you feel me on this, okay? But you keep supporting it, you keep putting in, and because it's a family thing. You do the tailgating, you do it with your family. It's embedded into the fabric of your being so much to the point where you'll get into a fight over these teams. So I evolved. I got to a point where they're taking away the very reason why I love contact sports. They're changing the rules. Basketball is no longer played inside out. Now they're just shooting a bunch of threes. You take away the aggression. When they dunk, you don't really see a lot of posterization going on. Or if you do see posterization, they don't really start talking smack. You know what I mean? Like they did in the 90s. You do see the posterizations, you do see it, but it's not the same as it was. You know, after this man passed away, he was the okay. I pretty much retired after him. He represented everything that being a killer was on the court. So, are we ever going to see somebody like this guy again? Because with them changing the rules of aggression, we're not going to see cats like this. We're not even going to see cats like this. Okay. Sure, you'll see some hardcore dunking. Oh, yeah, you'll see it. But to the level of aggression, to the point to where you're putting your phallus in somebody's face, pause. I mean, just brutal, like Sean Kemp, brutal, tearing rims down like Shaquille O'Neal, brutal. The very reason why I watched sports was for that brutality. It was that aggression, man. So what do we have left? MMA? Probably. Yeah. Boxing? It's there, but it's kind of lost a little bit of its luster too when MMA rose to prominence. So what do we got? You know? So yeah, it's a different deal for me. Now, if you ask me to go participate in sports, if you want me to put on some gloves and go box, I'll do it. You want me to go play some tackle football? I'll do it. Yeah. You want me to play baseball even though I suck? I'll do it. Basketball? Once upon a time I was pretty decent. You know, I never really was a great basketball player, but I'll do it. But in terms of watching sports, I don't know, man. I don't know. Imagine a world without sports, though. Where would all that aggression go? And that's what kills me about them changing the rules of the game. It's not the players. I respect the players. All these new players, these modern guys, I respect them. They've got skill. They have the athleticism and they have the physical prowess. It's those who create the game. It's those who manage the game. It's the way the game is played, the rules of the game, the officiating of the game. It's taking away everything. When you smash on somebody, you cannot talk smack. In football, especially, you can't talk smack. Otherwise, you'll get a flag or get ejected out of the game. What the hell are we supposed to do then as men? Yeah, I know you ladies got it going on. Yeah. I know. Clap, props to you, but I'm talking to the fellas right now. Where then the hell are we going to be able to give off that aggression when you change the rules of the game? Anyway, I'm an athlete by nature. Most of us are. You know, we have it in us. Some are professional, some are not. Okay. Us as enthusiasts, we go to the game, we watch these professional pros engage their physical prowess, and we live through them. That's why we connect to them because we see maybe it would be possible if I practice as much as them and shoot 300 3-pointers a day or smash on people or elevate my hops or vertical leaps or blah, 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 then maybe I could do that. Maybe. We go to the game and we live through these athletes, man. We experience what they're experiencing, or we try to. You know what I mean? They represent a part of us that's deep inside, that's asleep, but they're out there doing it. Yeah. And some of us engage in the sport because we want a taste, we want a little bit. Sports is made for aggression. We have to be able to express ourselves aggressively. As a man, you have to be able to do this. If you don't have a way to get it off of you, then where the hell are you going to do it? As a criminal, maybe that's what they want. Because if you tone down the aggression in sports, where's that aggression going to go? It's going to go to the wrong things. Imagine a world without sports.